Hello, year one. Welcome back. I hope you've had time for a bit of a run around, get that blood pumping to your brain. It's very important that we are getting about and moving because it helps our brain to work faster and harder. So here we go. We've got something new to learn today. We are learning about non-fiction fact files. So we are writing a fact file about an animal. Now, you may see by the clue, it says African animal. So it's going to be an animal from the African area. So it's not going to be a penguin, because where do penguins go from? That's right, they come from Antarctica. We've already learned about Antarctica. Now we're learning about Africa. So African animals. So our fact file today is about lions. Show me what a lion looks like. So with a fact file, we first need our title. So our title, our heading is very important because it tells us what the fact file is about. So our title is lion. So I'm going to make a lion. Lions. So we start our fact files with an opening statement and question just about what the rest of the fact file is going to be about. So the rest of the fact file is going to be about lions, but what's so special? We need an interesting fact about lions. So I've used this sign here to show that the first part of our fact file is about an interesting fact about lions. So, did you know? So I'm starting with a question. Did you know a lion's roar can be heard from 8 kilometers away? Question mark. Keep reading to learn some more interesting facts. So it draws the reader in, so they want to know some more interesting facts. So here we go, ready? Lions. Did you know that a lion's roar can be heard from 8 kilometers away? Keep reading to learn some more interesting facts. Oh, here we go. So this is fact one. So our fact file is first, what do they look like? So what do they look like? Lions have a thick, wiry mane, and they have 2 short, furry ears. They have 4 powerful legs, so they can run faster than a car. They have sharp claws to rip up their prey, and they have pointed teeth to tear the meat. They have a large, wet nose, and they have long, thin whiskers. Oh, here we go. So our next question is about what they eat. What do they eat? Lions are carnivores, so they only eat meat. They devour is a good word for eating. They devour larger animals like zebras, they're stripy zebras, elephants, and giraffes. And they also eat small animals like mice and lizards. They usually hunt at night, so in the dark, and they prefer to stalk their prey during loud thunderstorms. Oh, I think that's so they don't get heard. Our next question is, where do they live? Lions live in the savannah. They like to hide in the long, dry grass. They live with their family. This is called a pride. Lions like to sleep in the cool shade, and they relax for 16 hours a day. They practice fighting with other lions and they roar loudly to protect their cubs. So that is our new text. So this is what we're going to be learning. To help us learn this text, we are going to box it up. That's right, we're going to box it up. So you will need the sheet that Mrs. Stollery has put onto the site. If you don't have that, that's fine. You can just draw some lines on a piece of paper to box up our text. So at the top of your text, you should have the title, the heading, lions. Okay, so lions. And then we're going to have our interesting fact. So going back, our interesting fact is to hook our reader in. So our interesting fact was, did you know a lion's roar can be heard from 8 kilometers away? Keep reading for some more interesting facts. So did you know that a lion's roar can be heard from 8 kilometers away? So I'm going to draw my lion for this. I'm going to draw my lion. I'm going to give him a furry mane. There we go. There's my lion. I'm going to make him roar really loudly. So normally I'd do a speech bubble for a person. So I'm going to do a spiky roar. You might want to write the word roar. Roar. Okay, and 8 kilometers, how amazing. I'm going to actually write that so I don't forget. Just rub that out because that was my computer saving itself. There we go. So I'll just do that one again. 8 kilometers. That's a long way. 8 kilometers. Wow. So that's going to remind me of that interesting fact when I'm trying to learn this text. So next, what do they look like? What do they look like? Listen carefully. Lions have a thick, wiry mane. And they have 2 short, fluffy ears. So I'm going to draw the wiry mane. And then the mane is the bit that goes around the head. So it's a bit like a hairdo all the way around. Now, only the male lions have a mane. Okay, the men, okay, the boys, the male. The female, the girls, do not have manes. Okay, so it's just the males. So manes, and they have 2 fluffy ears. So I'll draw 2 fluffy ears. They both have fluffy ears, whether they're males or females. They have 4 powerful legs. So I'm going to draw 4 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they can run faster than they can. You remember what we said? A car. That's right. A speeding car. So I'm going to draw a fast car. I like the colour blue. So I'm going to draw a fast car. Now, I want this to be your best work. So make sure you use some lovely colours. Okay, there's my fast car. Your drawings will be better than mine, I'm sure. So I draw a fast car, and they have sharp claws to rip up their prey. Sharp claws. Oh, I'm not sure I'd like to be face to face with the lion. So there's his sharp claw, and they also have what do we say about their teeth? That's it, pointy teeth. They have pointy teeth. So I'm going to draw some pointy teeth. Okay, so that's what they look like. They have a large wet nose. Okay, so there's his wet nose. That might be handy so I can smell some of his prey. Okay, and they usually hunt in the dark. So you could draw a moon for hunting in the dark. What do they eat? What do they eat? Okay, so they're carnivores, which means they only eat meat. So you could draw some meat. So I'm going to draw a bone, okay, and a piece of meat, okay, piece of pink meat. There we go. There's my big piece of meat. Bit like a bit of ham. Look, there's a bone sticking out. They devour. I love that word, devour. Devour. Fantastic, devour. So they devour zebra. So you could draw zebra. They devour elephants and giraffes. Gosh, can you imagine that? A big giraffe eaten by a lion. And they eat smaller animals too, so like mice and lizards. So, ugh, can you imagine eating a lizard? Ugh, how horrid. So they eat those. So you could draw some of those. Where do they live? Now they live in the savannah. Okay, so the savannah is very hot during the day in Africa. It's a bit sandy. So you could draw a sandy savannah. Okay, there are a few trees which they like to sleep under. Okay, they like to hide behind the long dry grass. Okay, so you have some long dry grass. Why do you think the grass is dry? That's right, if it's hot and dry, then it's going to make the grass all crispy, like our grass goes sometimes in the summer when we have a hot summer. They live in a family, so you could draw a family, okay, draw a family of lions or just a family of people to represent those lions. And that's called a pride. Pride. Fantastic. They sleep in the cool shade, so shady tree, and they sleep for 16 hours a day. Can you imagine that? Sleeping. Oh, I think I'd like to be a lion now. Sleep for 16 hours a day. They practice fighting, okay, fighting with other lions, and they roar loudly to protect their cubs. So I would like you to draw these pictures for me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave this up, and Mrs. Stoller is going to read the text for you one more time. Now, if you need me to read it again, all you need to do is press rewind. Okay, you can rewind, pause it at each bit, and then draw your map. Once you've done that, I would like you to act it out the same way that we do in class. So Mrs. Story used her actions when she was reading it to you the first time. So I want you to make your own actions up. So make your actions to go with this map. That's your challenge today. So I'd like you to draw the story map, so box it up and then make up your actions to go with your story map. So are you listening? So here is the text again, ready for you to draw. Did you know a lion's roar can be heard from 8 kilometers away? Keep reading to learn some interesting facts. What do they look like? Lions have a thick, wiry mane, and they have 2 short, furry ears. They have 4 powerful legs, and they can run faster than a car. They have sharp claws to rip up their prey, and they have pointed teeth to tear the meat. They have a large, wet nose, and they have long, thin whiskers. What do they eat? Lions are carnivores, so they only eat meat. They devour larger animals like zebras, elephants, and giraffes. They also eat smaller animals like mice and lizards. They usually hunt at night, and they prefer to hunt during thunderstorms. Where do they live? Lions live on savannas. They like to hide in the long grass. They live in their family, and this is called a pride. Lions like to sleep in the cool shade, and they relax for around 16 hours a day. They practice fighting with other lions, and they roar loudly to protect their cubs. Okay, so that is our text. I'm going to let you get on with your task today. Remember, rewind me to the start of the text, and then you can hear me reading it out to you. Have fun, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I look forward to seeing all of your hard work.